Good morning. Francis Chan brought the word this morning, which is kind of ironic because the word that he brought was all about how you shouldn't depend on a pastor to bring you the word. So what he was talking about, he was emphasizing this sort of self-study time and your kind of daily devotional time or your silent time, your quiet time with God, and how you should be pretty dedicated to do that every day. Because if you think about how short our time on earth is, it's nothing in comparison to eternity. It's a blip on the storyline of our actual lives, because God has been around forever. He created this world. To him, time is nothing, so he's traveling back and forth. But if he were seeing time like us, this would be, the amount of time this earth has existed is nothing, because we're going to spend eternity in heaven. So that's probably something we should place a lot more emphasis on, is what are we going to do for eternity instead of what am I going to do for the rest of my life? Which I get caught up in. I don't think there's anything wrong with making sure that you're comfortable and that you have financial peace and that you have, just, I guess, relationship peace on this earth. You shouldn't just live stressed, and you should be happy here. But it's a lot easier, to be happy when you know that this isn't the end. That if I fail and if I make a bad business decision, or if I fail and I don't win that basketball game or whatever, it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. And so we just need to focus on what's really important, focus on what we're going to be doing for eternity. And when you think of it that way, it's a lot easier to place some emphasis on how much time you're spending with God and how much you're trying to build your relationship with him, because that's what's actually important. I thought about this quite a bit, actually, over the last, week maybe, and it's just interesting. God, or I guess Jesus, let's say, when Jesus was on this earth, he called the disciples to sell everything, to leave their job and follow him, and they did it. And that's one thing we're all called to do, is to be like disciples, or try to be disciples of God. And man, I don't if Jesus, if you truly knew that it was Jesus and he walked up to you right now and he said, leave everything and come follow me, you do it. You were like, yes, this is Jesus. This is not a hard decision. However, what if he's calling us to do that now? What if the whole point of life here on earth, you can't, I don't even know, I can't even conceptualize this, because I know it's all result of sin and all this sort of stuff, but I guess it maybe not even the point of our life here on earth, but we're here right now, and that is what it is. But the point for us, or I guess our purpose, is to eventually spend eternity in heaven with Jesus and God, and we need to prioritize that. So why aren't we just living under a bridge somewhere, selling everything, buying a tent, and living under a bridge somewhere, trusting that God's going to take care of us, and just focusing on sitting and reading the Bible all day long? Maybe the monks have it right. They just sit and they study and they work, they meditate, and they don't have any fancy things. They just live, but alone. They're just out in the middle of nowhere, and just I don't know, maybe and it's easy to say, oh, God's not calling me to do that. I don't know. We get so distracted by everything in life, and even TV, phones, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and you get so distracted. What if God is, what if the real focus that he thought we should have as humans in our lives was just be like Adam and Eve, and just, go around in a garden and talk to him all day long? That was the original purpose. And we're getting so distracted by life and the American dream, and that's something that has been constructed by people, that we should have a job and make money and do all this sort of thing. Maybe he wants us to leave everything and go live under a bridge and just seek a relationship with him. Gotta admit, I'm not gonna do it. Maybe I don't have enough faith, but it does make you think. I think that's the important, is you need to have this internal struggle and wrestling with these thoughts. And what does God want me to do? And maybe it's not quitting your job and selling everything and just pursuing him nonstop all day, every day. But you could probably move a little bit in that direction. And hey, 15 minutes a day would be a good start, right? I think it's hugely important. It's something that I've just started pretty recently, is consuming the right type of things that that are going to lead me back to God and help me build my relationship with Him. And man, it's just been eye-opening, and I think it's hugely important for everybody. Something that I just encourage everyone to do is schedule in time to spend with God, whether that's just quiet time, whether that's reading the Bible, whether that's, I guess I've told you before, I don't read. I'm terrible at reading. I don't like reading. I don't remember anything that I read. My reading comprehension's terrible. And so the way I do it is I listen to podcast videos. I listen to things on my phone or watch videos, and that's how I get God's word, is, and I maybe even need to start praying over that and asking Him to send the right videos my way, so that I can consume the right things that'll lead me and grow my relationship with Him. But that's my kind of devotional time, and so I started spending time, and it's motivating. It helps. I feel like it starts my day off right, and it just gets me in the right mood, the right mindset, and just kind of resets. And then in the evening I get burnt out, and I'm just like, oh, like I can't. So I got to start out that way and just start the day off reframing my mind and focusing on the things that are important. So that's kind of the message for today. I know it's all over the place, but focus on that time one-on-one with God, and your quiet time, your devotional time. Spend time building your relationship with Him. So that's the thought for the day. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you Monday.